we got first? Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? It might be Zemo again. He's been pretty dominant lately. But we'll see. We will see who it'll be this time. And it's Charles reasserting dominance. Dang, Wappin here second. Then we got Dave number 3. This might be the quickest you've been in here, I think. Welcome in, guys. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're all doing fantastic. Got another fun day of arena planned. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be awesome. I just need to farm some more lower level cats so I can rank up some 4 stars, and then I'll get to it. Glad we got a mod in here pretty early today, in case anyone decides to go crazy. We'll definitely open that Valiant Nexus crystal I got too. For those of you that don't know, I sent the screenshot of it in Discord. But if you link your Kabam account with your Discord account, they'll send you a selector. And if you're Valiant, you get a... Actually, it might be Thronebreaker or Paragon and above. One of those two. They'll give you a Valiant Nexus crystal. You pulled Omega... Wait, like a 7-star Omega Red Wap? That's crazy. Dude, I saw a post of Saiyans on Reddit the other day. Dang! Dude, I have never gotten anything worthwhile from those, Wop. That's a good problem to have, dude. That's crazy. I would actually really like Omega Red. Dang. Well, yeah, we got those, and then we got the login Valiant that we can open. But I don't expect anything from the rest of those after last night. I still can't believe I got Infinity Beardo Man. Yeah, it's definitely not worth taking Nefaria there. Yeah, that's actually crazy luck. I can't believe I'm actually doing these like lower level dailies. What's up, Zemo? I could just use Glory on it, but I think I'll just gradually build up the stash over time. What happened to my opening? We got a 7-star Captain America Infinity War. It was spectacular. Or a 7, yeah. It was like the first crystal we opened too. I wasn't even like ready for it at all. And we had this beautiful man join our roster, which is nice because he's one of the Incursion 7-star crystal champions, and I hardly ever open those because I hardly ever play Incursions, quite frankly. And being able to check off another champion from that pool is really nice. Also, I was playing around with his synergy yesterday with the Cosmic champions, where they increase buff duration by 25%. And I was stacking that on top of Black Bolt's synergy that he has that increases the duration of buffs as well. And then I was using Hyperion, and his buffs, they hang around for a while. But the crystal I was opening is this one right here, the Wicked Smart Crystal. It's in the login calendar as well as milestone selectors for this event, I believe. Yeah, or no, is it not this one? No, I think it is in this one too. I swear. Or maybe it's the other one. It might be the other one. Yeah, this is the one that gave you shards, huh? It's the Alliance one. This one. That's where you get them. So yeah, I opened like 7 or 8 of these or something like that. And the first one I cracked open was a 7-star. Funnily enough. Which, oh my gosh, I was so not expecting that. I'll take that though. It was a happy accident. I'm gonna hop in and do my solo raid real quick too while I'm at it. When EQ is done, you run all the dailies. That's not a bad idea, Wolverine. It really is not. Also, you Purgatory users, are you kind of bummed out that she's not in the raid pool anymore? Haven't got... It'll happen to you eventually, Dave. I'm like, my conspiracy mind makes it makes me think it's because I had saved up a bunch of them, but I don't think that really had anything to do with it. It would have been cool to have gotten like Nick Fury or Apocalypse. They're also in that pool, but we weren't blessed with that, unfortunately. One day, though. They also removed Count Nefaria from the raid pool, which I'm a little bummed about. Alright, this fight will go quick. Oh, we got Hercules abilities, it looks like. Oh, I missed the parry. I suck. You gotta... Oh my gosh, dude. Does everybody get stuff from Exalteds but me? I'll take a look at that real quick, Charles, and when I'm done with this fight. Why do I have the worst luck out of everybody with those? And you guys know I'm not making up. I open them on stream every time I can get one. We have yet to get a 7-star from those. It's actually crazy. Maybe this next one will be my moment. I'm pretty close to one. I just need some more... what's it called? The Mysterium, I think? Yeah. Alright, there we go. Let me check. Let me go ahead and get jealous real quick. Okay, I'm happy for you. To be fair, I did get lucky last night with the smart crystal, like the red one. What do we got? Dang, dude, you duped your Vox. Very nice. Very, very nice. I inspired you. Well, I hope you get something good, Dave. Aw, I'm sorry. I think at the end of today's stream, I'll open the StatCast relic crystals I just got, and then we'll open my Valiant Nexus as well. And then that, like, red crystal again. Why not? I'm tempted to run my 4 stars first. I think I will. But yeah, I mean, that was kind of the first time I've ever gotten lucky from those, to be honest with you. You're saving until you have enough to pop 10, huh? Hey, whatever works for you, man. I was just saving until I had what I thought would be like a decent amount to spin out. I feel like we've been getting like pretty lucky with Valiant crystals lately. Like ever since our Titan opening. Granted, we did have like 50 there, so of course we were probably going to get some 7 stars. But yeah, ever since then, I felt like rolling the dice. I feel like I had the hot hand, you know? Was on a luck spree. Hopefully that thing rolls on into Banquet. Never ends. So you can be 10 times as disappointed. Honestly, truth, Dave. Truth. That's what it feels like. See, that's why I like spinning crystals out. Then if I don't get anything, at least I still have the enjoyment of the spinning process. I know that sounds really simple-minded, but that's why I enjoy spinning them out. I still get some sort of dopamine hit, you know? Whereas if I pop them and then I get nothing, it's like, man, all that work just wasted in an instant, you know? Yeah, what's up, Nathan? How you doing? So that's like, I mean, that's where I'm at. Maybe it's because it feeds my gambling addiction, aka my crystal opening addiction. But I don't know, I have popped in the past, and then like, even if I do pull something, it feels like I can't get as hyped, you know? There's just something about watching the champion you want roll around in that spinner. Doing good, dude. I'm fantastic. I'm doing fan-freaking-tastic. I get a stream to all of you beautiful people. And we get to have us a good time. What's not to enjoy there, man? But no, today's been a good day, man. Had hot dogs for dinner. And they were like, not the cheap hot dogs. They're like nice thick boys. Solid. I'm goated. Thank you. Thank you. Gotta love some hot dogs. Oh, I know, right? I know. Dude, it really makes all the difference, too, if they're not, like, the cheapest hot dogs you can buy. I mean, we're not, like... You know, we're not, like, super bougie or anything. It's not like we're forking over, like... 10, 20 bucks or something for a pack of hot dogs. But just like spending a couple more bucks to get like better quality is totally worth it, in my opinion. You like the spin so you can see what you can never have. That's probably part of the psychology that goes into what makes it feel so fulfilling to get what you want, though. That's why the spinner wheel is there in the first place. Although, I will say, the spinners have felt kind of weird lately. I don't know if they fixed it. They may have. But when I was opening my Valiants and stuff, I don't know if there was a bug in the code or they did this intentionally, but almost every single time you'll land one space away from like a Nexus of some kind. Whether it was like a 6-star or a 7-star Nexus. Just super weird. How diddly do, Jacob? Welcome in, man. Hope you're having a good one. Oh, you're saving the Paragons? I forgot I got those too. Maybe I'll save those. I have been debating it. I haven't quite decided. Get what you want. Can't say that. Yeah, it can be kind of a crapshoot sometimes. That's for sure. Oh wow, she didn't proc Limbo there. I wonder when we'll get the magic rework. That'll be so nice to have her as like a viable champ again. How do I think she'll do as a 7-star? I think they'll probably do right by her. Like, they're making a big deal out of her rework. Or at least, like, it seems like it. Like, when you think about it, a lot of the other, like, small reworks and, like, changes and stuff we've gotten lately, like, for events and things, they were only announced, like, right before when the event happened, whereas the Magic tune-up and, like, rework got announced really early. That gives me hope that, like, she'll be just, like, night and day, completely different champion. So, I mean, with all this time to work on her and work on her from the ground up, I'm expecting her to be a solid champ when she comes to the contest. But who knows, man? We'll see. We shall see. The Dark Child. I still think it would be cool, like, to have a champion with, like, a transformation mechanic. Like, I think it would have been cool if, for Sentry, I wish him and the Void were the same character. And then maybe, like, with the Special 3, you could transfer between the two. And they each would have, like, different aspects of their kit. I think that'd be kind of sick. Like, maybe you could have that with Magic and, like, the demon form or demon within her or whatever. I don't know. I don't know how that would play out in practice. Just like a 2-champ in 1. I think that could be super sick. You could do that with, like, Cloak and Dagger, maybe. Because they already have that, like, similar gimmick. We get them when the event is over, Nathan. So it's cumulative. Or, like, you're always going to get the highest up milestone, but you'll get it when the event ends. So who knows how long those will go, but... Oh, yeah, I mean, you definitely couldn't do the Sentry thing now. I'm just saying, like, for champions going forward, it would be cool to have, like, a transformation gimmick. Like, you already have champions that enter and exit certain modes, you know? But it would be cool to have a champion change from one thing to another. You know, like you have like Nefario with his Ionic Overcharge mode, or Mole Man with his Frenzy mode. I just think it would be kind of interesting and neat to see if that was like not necessarily a mode, you just genuinely transformed into something else. Like, here, what would be super sick? It would also never happen either. But if you had like Bruce Banner could fight and he had like technology and like fought with stuff like that, but then if you fired a special 3, he could transform into the Hulk and then do like a bunch of like big meaty like bruiser style damage. I just think that would be a really fun character to play. Although the Battlegrounds crowd would probably hate it because a champion like that would probably take, I mean, you'd have to ramp with a special 3 probably. And the Battlegrounds crowd likes things to be speedy and champions to be really strong. Absman is sort of like that. He does have his different forms, yeah. Yeah, I mean, Sassy Special 3 does activate Wrath. I mean, so does Nefaria. Like, we have champions that activate certain modes. I just think it would be cool to see, like, a cosmetic change with the champion and then, like, make their kits be, like, different things so that you'd have a reason to use each different champion. You know what I mean? Like, maybe in my Bruce Banner example, I think this would be really hard to balance, but like just for an idea, like Bruce Banner could be more focused on like maybe power control aspects, whereas like the Hulk could just be a beat 'em up champ, you know? Yo, Legend, how you been, man? Glad to see you in the stream today, dude. Hope you're buckled up and ready for some arena. Also, just a quick reminder for everybody in the chat. If you link your Kabam account with your Discord account, you can currently get a free Valiant Nexus. Yo, Warlock, how are you, man? Welcome, welcome. So, make sure and do that. I have no idea why Kabam wants us to link accounts with Discord. I wonder what they have planned in the future for that, but bing bing bing. Been busy, but good busy, so you can't complain. Hey, that's good, man. That's good. When you're bad busy, it's not a good time. When you're just completely in the blender. I mean, it can be a pretty busy time of year for people. Getting close to tax season, all that stuff. Gotta prepare for the weather to change if you're in a place that happens to. Yeah, Void is when he gives into the Void, yeah. I mean, they're still technically, like, contained within the same person, though. You know what I mean? But, like, you could have Sentry, right? And maybe he's focused on buffing himself up. And then when he transforms into the Void, he's focused on inflicting debuffs. You know what I mean? Like, I think that would be cool. You kind of have normal Sentry already doing both of those, but I don't know, you would have to, like, redo the kit. But that's just a for instance. I just think that could make a really interesting, like, gimmick within the game. And, like, Kabam is always looking for new ways to expand their horizons, I suppose. You know, it'd be crazy, though. if they did something like that and they were a dual class type champion. That would be interesting. I don't think they would ever do that. It would make the game probably really hard to balance, especially with like class gates maybe. But that could be interesting. But yeah, that's why I said like Cloak and Dagger you could probably do a similar thing for. Kind of like how they are in like Marvel Rivals. You can like swap back and forth between the two. And I like that you can play so risky with Luke Cage. You just get that indestructible if you get hit. Yeah, I was having problems earlier with it, Warlock. I don't know if it's like they're probably just getting server overload from everyone trying to do it at once. I did it like 3 or 4 times before it finally stuck. So maybe you just need to keep trying. I think if they did Mystique, they would just have her be a mutant. But yeah, I don't know how they would do her power. She would have to be like a martial art focused champion. I don't know if they would even incorporate her gimmick to transform much. Oof, Rocket Raccoon. Don't really like that matchup, but it's okay. Like, it would have been cool also, like, they could have made Dark Phoenix and Phoenix the same champion. That would be super OP, though. They can keep their crystals. Fine, keep your secrets. That's fair. It's only 1 crystal, and, like, your odds still aren't that good from a Nexus Valiant. Rocket Raccoon OP. 3 5-stars. Rip. Yeah. I mean, you could always, like, link your account and then unlink it if you're, like, worried about Kabam harvesting your, like, Discord data. I don't know exactly what, like, linking accounts gives them access to. Like, they tell you, like, when you're granting permission for your account to be linked, but, like, come on. What does that really mean, you know? That's, like, so vague that, like, any corporate lawyer can, like, spin anything, basically, to be like, yeah, you agreed to this. I mean, if you want an example of that, you don't even have to look very far. You just need to look at, like, that lawsuit a while back where somebody tried to sue Disney because I think something happened at a Disneyland park. Like, they asked for allergy-free something, and then they served them something that wasn't allergy-free, or anyway. They tried to sue Disney for it, and then Disney came back and was like, yeah, actually, you have Disney Plus, and in your terms and conditions for this, you actually agreed that you couldn't sue us, so you can't sue us. Like, dude, big corporations, like, they're gonna get whatever they want, man. There's always just some sort of, like, smart lawyer guy who's really, really good with words. Quite the skill to have the silver tongue like that, though. I think someone died in that case, the more I'm thinking about it. Viva Mexico. Indeed, Viva Mexico. Mystic, welcome in, man. How you doing? Give me that power there, Red Hole. Come on, man. I hate the passive AI in the 4-star arena. It's like the worst thing ever. Let me just give him the old smackaroo. Good job, Robert Downey Jr. Disney's been evil for years. Yeah, dude, honestly, probably like any major corporation, right? I feel like there has to be rot at like somewhere, you know? You don't get that big by playing by the rules. At least in my mind, you don't. Or like generally, you don't. It's actually crazy. Like, dude, Disney is it's such a huge company. I did a book report way years back in school on Walt Disney. He's actually a really cool guy. He's just like a really nice dude from the research I remember. And it's so crazy to believe what Disney has become since that, though. Cosmic, what's up? How you doing? Like, he used to drive around with like cartoons on it as an ambulance, I think, or maybe it was like an ice cream truck. It was something like that. He like drew cartoon characters on his vehicle he drove. You're doing Cerastes. Well, good luck. Cerastes is a pretty fun fight when you get all the mechanics down. Hope you're using a good cosmic champion. That'll make your life a little bit easier. Oh my gosh, the AI knows, dude. They just know. I think my favorite thing about Disney, though, is that their ride, the Matterhorn, it's like, technically, it was like too tall, like, to meet building code regulation. So in order to circumvent that, they built a basketball court inside of it, so it could be like a sports arena, because the regulations were different for that. So weird. You'll be picking up Drake May and Rico Dowdle. Dude, the real question is, why are they on waivers, Warlock? Rico Dowdle been winning me fantasy hardcore back-to-back weeks. CJR and Serpent? Yeah, they should do just fine. I think Serpent will probably be the better of the two, personally. And then, dude, on top of that, Disney World, they have their own police force, and like they're so big, they're like their own city basically, which is crazy. So they have their own firefighters and like stuff like that. It's so crazy. They're just so freaking huge. And if you've been to Disney World, you totally get that. It's like multiple different parks and they're all humongo. It's just an unfathomable amount of money. Another 27 points. I mean, there's talk he could take over the lead back role from Chuba Warlock. I mean, there's a chance Chuba Hubbard comes back this week too, but I don't know, man. I'm going to probably ride Dowdle into the ground unless somebody gives me a trade I can't resist. A lot of people are like saying like, yeah, of course he did good. He played like the Cowboys and the Dolphins that have just really, really bad defense. And it's like a lot of running backs have played those same defenses and they didn't put up 200 plus yards, you know? So I think he might just be the truth. You haven't been in Disney World in almost 20 years? Yeah, it's still humongous. The last time I was there was like 9 years ago or so. I think it is a good like sell high on Chuba, but like I think my league is smart enough that nobody would trade for him. Welcome in, by the way, Thomas. Hope you're having a good one, man. It's really cool, though. I actually prefer Disneyland, though. That might be a hot take for some of you. Like, Disney World is almost too big. You know? Like, it feels like you just can't explore all of it in a day. And, like, things are so spaced out. But, like, Disneyland, you can jump from one thing to another and, like, actually experience a lot in a day. But, I mean, I think Disney World is a fun experience to have. But if I had to choose, I would rather go over to California and then go to Disneyland and Universal Studios. I think that's the move. What do I think of your latest rank 4? You're Shathra, right? Solid. What sport do I hate the most? The sport I hate the most to watch would be golf. But I wouldn't say it's the sport I hate to play, because I actually really enjoy playing golf. So I don't know if that answers your question or not. Oh, Thomas, it comes with time, man. I've had a lot of it. And I'll drop arena fights here and there too. But thank you for the kind words. Oh, I messed up there, see? Trying to think of which sport I actually hate playing. Soccer. Actually, I think I hate to watch and play soccer. Or for you European folk, football. But I'm American, so football to me is different. Dude, I can't, like... I think soccer would be cooler. It just feels like when you're watching it, it's kind of got the same problem as golf. It just feels too slow. You know? Like, the fact that I can spend like 3 hours of my life watching soccer, it can end 0-0. I just can't. I can't get past that, man. And like, I know like NFL games can end in a tie and stuff, but like, you usually still have a lot of fun watching it, you know? Hitting soccer is so American. Yeah, it's just never been my style of game. Yeah, I usually ignore the invisibility in arena, just... But also, like, I was raised... I don't know why this is. It is at least where I live. There's, like, some feud between baseball players and soccer players. I don't know how it originated, where it came from, but I feel like I'm legally required to hate soccer because I was raised playing baseball. Yeah, I don't know if that makes any sense to anyone out there, but how it's been my whole life. I think it is, Dave, yeah. I think so. If you haven't played a sport, it's very hard to watch. I think that's true for sure. I think that's absolutely true. And like I said with golf, I think a lot of sports are more fun to play than watch. That's why I like football so much, is like, it's really fun to play, but it's just so like beat 'em up kind of a sport that it's fun to watch as well. At least for me. I also just hate like a lot of running. So I'm not a big huge fan of soccer. I have played it though. It's not like I'm like on. Aw, man, I used 3 stars on accident. I hate everything. Anyway, it's not like I'm unexperienced with it. I think my favorite sport to play though, I really liked playing baseball, but I don't know that it's my favorite. Like, baseball can get kind of boring to play if you're playing a team that is not good at hitting the ball. Because you're not always batting, you're not always running bases. And if you're on defense and your pitcher's good, then you just stand there looking pretty. So I think I probably like basketball or ultimate frisbee. Which is actually called ultimate, but yeah. I think those sports are really fun to play. I like playing football too, but only if I'm like the quarterback or something. I played a lot of like backyard football with my friends growing up. I have never heard of that in my life, Dave. I have no clue what netball is. Basketball, if you remove all the possible athleticism you could use. So, like, if you get the ball, do you just, like, stand there? That's my best guess. Like, maybe you can't move. Maybe it's, like, ultimate plus basketball? Dude, I wish I had a pet dragon. That would be so dope. Kind of jealous of Kitty Pride. The evolution of sports is cool too, by the way. Just like seeing where everything came from. Like where ancient cultures would just like throw a ball in a basket or through a ring in a wall. And then it transforms. It's kind of cool. Ooh. Actually, I can't believe I forgot about dodgeball. I'm there with you, Charles. Like, dodgeball is a game I really took to because I played competitively in baseball. And so I would just dominate. I felt like I was cheating, but man, it was really fun to just kind of assert yourself over the enemy team. You just hit Vibranium. Nice, Nathan. You're almost done with that push, man. Keep on grinding. You'll make Gladiator Circuit in no time. In fact, you'll have to hit it in no time. The season ends tomorrow. It's not a thing that I've ever heard of, Dave. Can't dribble, can't block a shooter closer than 1 meter. The net has no backboard. There's positions you can't move from. Okay, so it is kind of like what I was thinking it was. That's interesting. No, there's so many sports. It's not a sport. No. Aw, dang. Well, we'll always have the movie Dodgeball, right? Instant classic. Don't think you'll even try to push? You should at least play a couple games. Maybe you'll get lucky, like get good matchups. I mean, the rewards are worth it if you can get there, for sure. I wouldn't blame you for not pushing when you get to Glad Circuit, though. That meta is horrendous. 'Tis not good. But no, while we're on the topic of sports, you know what sport I actually strangely really love watching, but I only ever watch it during the Olympics? I like watching curling, which is like such a unique thing to say. I feel like there's maybe not a lot of people out there. There's just something really like soothing about it. For those of you that don't know about like what curling is, that's where you have the weight and you're like on the ice and you try and get it as close to a target as you can. And you have those people with like the brooms basically. And you try and like smooth out the ice to get the weight as close to the middle of the target as you can. But yeah, I don't know. There's just something weirdly like therapeutic about it. When you get to Glad Circuit, you get Radiance. And then the higher you rank, the more Radiance you get. I think you can get Radiance if you finish Vibranium, maybe? Actually, no, I think you have to get Gladiator Circuit for it. But anyway, yeah, Radiance is a currency that's worth trying to get. I'm the first person to ever say I like to watch curling. Yeah, well, what can I say? I'm a strange bird, I guess. I don't know. Olympics have you cheering for sports you've never watched before, right, Thomas? Right? Me too, dude. I'll be like, go USA, you're the best curling team ever. Even though I don't know that much. But no, it's, or like, man, the Olympics is just its own beast, huh? Like, watching the, like, synchronized swimmers or, like, the divers. I can't believe there are humans on this planet that are that good at, like, certain things. Or, like, the air pistol guy that won, who was just kind of, like, raw dogging it. And he became, like, an internet sensation. Absolute legend. Or, like, bobsled. Or, like, swimming. All things I would never normally watch. But they're just so electric when you're cheering for your country. But yeah, that was like my first exposure to curling. And I don't know, man. I just really enjoyed watching it. It's just a bunch of chill dudes. I don't know. You aren't getting there. If your second best champ is an ascended 6-star, you're not getting there. Hey, you never say never. I'm sure if you spammed matches enough, you could, but I think it would be a tall task. Definitely pat yourself on the back for getting Vibranium in the first place, though. That's impressive. Especially with the roster that is that young. Yo, Spidey, what's up, man? Glad you decided to join the stream tonight, man. #1 mod here, finally. You right, you right. He's just a chill guy. Or like, oh my gosh. Now you guys got my brain running on like all my memories of the Olympics. But like, oh my gosh, the dominant run of Usain Bolt when he was like in his prime and nobody ever really got close to beating him in like any of the running events. Same with Michael Phelps when it came to swimming. It's just cool watching people are like that good. Absolutely wild stuff. Except on days when the Bills lose. Yeah, you had me worried for you the other day, Spidey. I was thinking of like doing a wellness check. Nice, Nick. That's a solid rank 3 as well. All space shuttles run on Linux. You can't open Windows in space. I see what you did there, caveman. Welcome in, man. Oh, I thought I was out of heavy range. To this day, I still don't exactly know what I'm doing when I play Taskmaster. Is that the one that got called back, Spidey? 20 rank 4s? That's so many, caveman. You'll get Nico event. Maybe you'll get Nico on the comp tomorrow. I have watched The Penguin. Yeah, Nathan. That's a pretty freaking amazing show, actually. If you're older, I can't recommend it if you're underage. There's some graphic scenes in there, but it is a really good show. Ugh. Caveman, take a lap. No, we embrace pun culture here, man. I'm a dad. I have to. You barely have 8 rank 4s? I mean, that's more than me. Alright, that's enough help buttons for my alliance. They don't deserve all of them. They never ask me for help. Turds. I swear I'm the only one who plays Arena in my alliance. That's okay, though. I'll have units, and they won't. Suckers. Is it just, I'm the penguin, I hate the Waynes? No, I don't. It's a lot more diabolical than that. No, it's the journey. It's like the penguin's rise to power, basically. It hardly has anything to do with, like, the Waynes or Batman. But yeah, definitely if you're underage, I'm pretty sure it's like rated R kind of stuff, so I can't recommend it to children, but yeah. I should make my own alliance? I don't know. The issue with that, Dave, is I just don't have enough, like, desire to run an alliance. You know what I mean? Like, it's tempting, but like I've ran an alliance in the past, and it's not really a responsibility I enjoyed. Have I been to Disneyland LA? Yeah, that Disneyland in California is the only one I've been to. As far as Disneyland. Dude, I like the like old Batman cartoon Penguin. He is kind of funny. He always had like gimmicky umbrellas and stuff. I always thought that was sick as a kid. I was like, dude, I want an umbrella that's a gun. Or that can fly. I can make officers do the running. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I could. I don't know, guys. Like, I feel like if I was going to do officers doing the running, at that point I might as well just be an officer, not the leader. Do I have any alt accounts? I don't. Well, actually, that's not true. I do have an alt account that I started, like, 8 years ago, maybe, but I guarantee I don't know the login anymore. I've never seen The Sopranos. But I don't know. I mean, Maybe. It's also just like kind of tough if I were the one in like the position of power and I felt like I had to kick somebody because they weren't pulling their weight, but that person is like a viewer of the channel. Like, I just don't know if I could do that. I would feel too bad. Gotta peer pressure me into it. I'm not saying it's not possible, but I don't know. The thing is, like, if you were to join an alliance with me, you'd also have to be okay with it being basically a retirement alliance. Yeah, I know. It's my surprise some people, Lee. Sounds like a crime. Dang. I knew it was a good show. I didn't know it was that good. I actually don't even remember the name of my old account either. I actually wonder if I could figure out the login for it. I probably made it with an old, like, school email or something. So it's probably lost to oblivion. But I do want to do a new account challenge at some point. I think that might be a good goal for like when we hit like 1,000 subs or maybe even 500. Or maybe we could do that after we hit 500 subs and we could use that to like push for 1,000. So I don't know. Then they could counterplan. Make my mods the evil ones. I don't know. I just don't want anyone's like feelings to get hurt, basically, over MCOC. And I don't think I could like please everybody if, you know, in that kind of capacity. To be fair, if you wanted to, you could probably get in the alliance I'm in right now. They're looking for more active participation. The comp will be dropping tomorrow around noon if you're in the US. I would imagine it drops like the exact same time as like when the update will drop. And then the servers will crash or something because everyone's going to go to claim it and want to open their crystals at the same time. It's going to be great. After a year, the accounts lose their names. If I don't remember it, no one does. Yeah, that's a good point. I do have like friends that used to play this game years ago and they just show up as like a hyphen if you look at their account now. Put me in, coach. Thank you for falling on that sword, Matthew. I'll keep that in mind for the future if we start our own alliance. What would we call it if we started our own alliance? I'd probably have to be pickle themed, right? Or we could call it B-Dizzle's Avengers. That'd be so dumb. The Big Dills. I think we would just be the Big Dills, honestly. The exclusive club. Then after it crashes, we get more comp. Dude, I hope so. We just get in like a loop and it never runs out. Like, I hope people can claim the comp multiple times again tomorrow. You gotta think they have like fixed whatever bug they had though. The top 3 Titan champions? I would probably say Nico, Carolina Dean, and Spider-Woman. Probably those 3. Dill's Revengers. That's a good name. Same as the Discord. The Pickle Jar. That's a good idea, Samir. Yeah, dude, retirement alliances are the bee's knees. They make playing the game so much more enjoyable. It does get a little bit annoying sometimes, like, because you don't sometimes hit the rewards you want. But, yeah, we'll be Travis. Unless they have to push it back again, but I hope not. But yeah, dude, like, I haven't felt like burnt out hardly at all in this game, as long as there's been something to do content-wise. But like, ever since I joined like retirement alliances, whereas like in the past, I think if I would have been playing in a competitive alliance, as long as I have been this recent stretch, I think I would have been burnt out a while ago. That's what the store is for. True, true, true. That's what Unit Man is for. Didn't know Caroline was that good? Listen, okay, Nathan, I haven't, like... Let me put an asterisk on that. I haven't used Carolina myself. I only place her that high based off of everybody in the chat telling me how insane she is. So... I mean, you can take that with a grain of salt, but I trust people that tell me she's really good, so... I'm ready for another EQ. Oh, me too, Travis. I consume the new content far too quickly in this game, and then I run out of things to do. Ooh, Okoye is a really solid champ there as well. I mean, if it's... I mean... At least, Nick, you know Okoye won't get changed because her balancing time is already coming on, whereas Carolina could still potentially get a nerf. So that might factor into your decision a little bit. Just something to think about. It is a good Titan pool, yeah. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the bounty system too much either, Travis. It feels kind of clunky to me. I don't really know how to describe it. Who would I choose between Bastion, Nico, and Count? I would probably pick Nico. I really, really value Count Nefaria, though. I wouldn't even think about Bastion, to be honest. It would be between Count Nefaria and Nico. Like, Bastion is still ridiculous. He's, like, still really good, but I don't think he quite holds a candle to those other two. But, I mean, it kind of, like, at least you know Nefaria will never get changed. See, there we go. Carolina's insane. Primary source A right there. And she can block a lot, right? Because she like has glance built into her block, which is nice. It's kind of like anti-venom when he's awakened. You can just block a bunch of stuff and not worry about getting dumpstered into oblivion. You need to focus on attackers? I'd go with Nico then, probably. I mean, she's probably a better attacker than... Well, actually, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, they both have their own strengths. And Bastion is even pretty good for attack. He's definitely better on attack than defense. Carolina and Okoye both don't desperately need awakening. Yeah. On the bright side, if you really want to get too deep into the weeds, Okoye has a synergy that gives her Sig ability. You're like a caveman? You only care about those big numbers? Me too, dude. Me too. I think in that case, Nefaria would hit bigger numbers than Nico, but... yeah, I mean, Nico, like, can tackle any Cosmic, essentially. Which is really nice to have. I don't know, it's tricky. You could pick any of those guys, though. You'd pick Okoye over Carolina, huh? Yeah, I mean, okay. That's another thing, too, is, like, everybody's roster is different. So if you really have a gaping need, like, if you have no good skill champion... you could definitely look at Okoye over a lot of people in the Titan. Number 1 Carolina Glazer. Dude, I'm gonna have to... I wonder if I'll even pull her in December. Aw, you suck. So yeah, I mean, everybody's situation is different. That makes like decisions like that even harder. And then there can be champions too that are good, but that you just don't really mesh with their playstyle, you know? Like, I personally never really liked Ghost that much, even though she was inarguably probably the best champion in the game at the time. I just didn't really like that playstyle that much, so I didn't use her. So there's a lot of stuff like that as well. Destroyer is like, he can be pretty good, Nathan. Like on defense. He's not too bad. He can get pretty good attack damage too. He just takes a while to get there. I have a buddy with a rank 4. And he is a tank. You still don't know how to play Ghost? Yeah. You just farm up to a special 2. If you have debuffs that you can cleanse by phasing, even better. Other than that, you throw heavies to build up Fury and then launch a big special 2. And then ideally, Ghost has her synergy team that makes her attack go pretty crazy. Oh, he blocked it. Rip me. You just hate Shocker and his playstyle? Yeah, and he's a really, really good champ. Like, that's the thing, is like, some champs aren't for everybody, even if they are really good. So, what I'd recommend, too, is like, if you can get your hands on like 4-star versions of those champions, maybe try playing them before you rank them up or make your choice in the Titan. So you can kind of get a handle on how they play. Because, like, Carolina's good, but maybe you don't like her son gimmick, and you don't find yourself being able to really play around it as easily. And then maybe you need to pick someone else, you know? Like, that'd be perfectly okay. It's not even a synergy team? Well, it's Wasp and Ant-Man. Ant-Man gives her a pretty significant attack boost. But yeah, Wasp is the most important one there. And then you can even run her with Recoil Mastery if you have the hood. Oof, we're getting into the death matchups. Oh, rip me. Can't remember if she's... Kingpin has your favorite playstyle by far. Kingpin is a really fun champion. I like his ability to shrug debuffs. And he does it really well, too. And the belly bump. The chest bump is so satisfying. No 7. Nope. I don't think he's like too far out of the cards though. I think we could be seeing a 7-star Kingpin. I think he's definitely a possibility. Oh, that's going to give him a special 3, huh? Whoops. No worries. Vox got you covered, brother. My homie with the scythe. Heck, you could even make an argument that, like, Jean Grey is one of the best champions in the pool. Surely they could easily release... I don't see a reason to not release him either, Dave. Like, when, like, you're only using red mags against magnetized champions, and I feel like his damage is good, like busted enough already as a 6-star. I don't know what they would really be breaking if they just released a slightly more healthy Magneto. Excuse me. Dude, the Wilson Fisk in the Daredevil show is such a good portrayal of the character. I like Kingpin in the Daredevil show. But yeah, his belly attacks, they're like Chef's Kiss style. They just feel really good to throw as well. The sound design, the animation, it's just great. You do have Jean, that's a good champ to have. I always wonder what these people's names are in Arena that have them in different languages. Like, I always wonder, like, am I showing something extremely vile and inappropriate and just nobody knows? Yeah, Dave, that's kind of why I think maybe the barrier to having him would be smaller than some champions. Yeah, I've heard, like, yeah, the OG seasons of Daredevil were definitely the best. I've heard the newest one is like, I don't know, it kind of does a little bit of a disservice to the Kingpin character. I haven't myself watched it. I don't have any faith in modern Marvel, really. At least like the MCU. Which kind of sucks. Marvel movies and like shows were like, dude, my friends and I would go see every single one at midnight. They were huge. I was a huge Marvel junkie. They just haven't really hit the sweet spot for me lately with a lot of like their material. Good job, Shuri. Born Again was kind of mid. Kingpin's character wasn't as far as psychological and deep as in the OG show. Yeah. See, that's what I've heard. And I don't want to see characters that I really like have their like fall from grace, you know what I mean? Or some characters get killed. Which, if you've seen that, which you have, I think you know what I'm talking about. Which apparently is supposed to come back at some point, I think I heard whisper of, but still. You thought Thunderbolts is decent? See, I don't know. I don't want to get... I did not like Thunderbolts. I liked like 2 fight scenes, and that was it. I think a lot of people are... When it comes to Thunderbolts, and I'm not saying this is necessarily the case for everybody, I think a lot of people have just had like such garbage Marvel movies for so long. Thunderbolts came out, and it was just a decent movie, and a lot of people thought it was maybe better than it actually was. At least that is what the case was for me. I just did not think it was that great of a movie. I have a lot of friends that enjoyed it. I don't know, man. It didn't feel like it had that Marvel polish that all the movies back in the olden days had. I don't really know how to put my finger on it, but that's kind of where I was with it. The bullseye glaze was insane. I do think Sentry was sick, Dave. I will definitely concede that, though. And the only scenes I really liked were the ones with Sentry in it. When he is doing Sentry things. Also, crap, I just got slapped by a heavy attack. You thought the last part of Thunderbolts was over the top weird, but you definitely liked the first 2/3 of the movie. Yeah, like I think it had some bright spots, but to me it just felt like kind of cheesy and a little bit clunky at times. So, and I might catch flack for that, but I have said it before on this channel. I don't know if you guys were in the chat or not when I did, but my standards for movies are generally fairly high. I like to think about things probably more than I should. So, like, sometimes that can really inhibit my enjoyment for movies. Sometimes I can turn my brain off for a movie. Like, I watched Superman and I just didn't think about the plot and I really enjoyed myself. I couldn't, like, divorce myself from reality enough to enjoy Thunderbolts, though. Yeah, Nathan. Like, sometimes I can just pretend that I'm pretending, you know? And, like, other times I can't get there, you know? Dude, I love the comeback story there, Charles. Yeah, I'm a little worried for the future of the MCU. Like, I think they rely too much on nostalgia bait nowadays. Like, hey, let's go get Robert Downey Jr. to play Doctor Doom because everybody likes RDJ. You know what I mean? And, like, I'm not saying he'll do a bad job or anything, but it's just, I get so sick of the nostalgia play because, like, they just can't think of anything original. It drives me insane. And, like, even plot lines are recycled, or, like, the movies feel the same. Like, I don't know. I just feel like, man, if you go watch, like, old Marvel movies, and just old movies in general, I think, like, all of Hollywood, to a certain extent, is kind of falling apart in the creativity department. Like, you can see the master strokes of the director. Like, some things just feel like a genuine masterpiece, the way the story knits and like comes together, instead of it feeling like a jarring, okay, now we're here, now we move to here, now we move to here, now we move to here. Like old cinema, it just seems to have that flow to it, you know, and stories are unique and conclusions are unique. And I just don't get any of that in modern cinema, you know? Yeah, I am excited to see where DC starts heading. See if they can finally right that ship. I think competition is good too, right? So if we can at least have DC do okay, then that'll be good, especially for us Marvel fans. Also, Dave, I have no idea. I have not seen Man of Steel, believe it or not. But I thought the new Superman was like a decent, enjoyable film. Like I said, to me, it only really worked if I turned my brain off, though. Because if you think about a lot of it logically, it doesn't make sense, but that's okay. Yeah, modern cinema writing is weak. I agree. Dude, Kindred on defense is such a beast. Dude, am I using Enchantress for Bullseye right now? This is probably a bad idea. Count Nefaria, you use Leader. Yeah, Leader has a better power reversal, that's for sure. Ow, that hurts, Bullseye. Let's see, which one is Blizzard? Up right. Beautiful. Look at my genius, you guys. Now he can't evade. Hoping for Mr. Freeze. Dude, Mr. Freeze is such a good villain. We gotta get Arnold Schwarzenegger to come back and play him, though. That's nostalgia bait. I'm all for. You just hope we don't get Joker. Oh, I know, for the 80th time. I think they need to give Joker a rest. The problem with, like, not getting another Joker villain, though, is the villain is too iconic, and he's too integral to the Batman storyline. It's hard to not have, like, a heavyweight character like Joker in a Batman movie. That being said, there are some other really good DC villains. Oh, I know, Arnold. Yeah. No, that's why it'd be funny. I just think it's funny to watch Arnold try and play the role. Probably wouldn't fit with the tone, though, for the Batman movie they try to create, I'm sure. Get the Rock? No, that's the play, dude. No, they would probably do Pedro Pascal, right? Because he has to be in everything now. It's like some law in Hollywood somewhere. Every character, every new movie has to have Pedro Pascal in it. Arkham Knight Croc? Arkham Knight's Croc? Like from the video game? Killer Croc? And Tigra v Tigra, huh? Bring it. What? Oh, my stand your ground. Oh, I hate it. Croc would be nuts. Croc is terrifying. Kill a croc, and they could give him an Aussie accent. Just kidding. I want there to be like an actual good Flash movie, by the way. He's probably one of my favorite DC characters. It's just like so impossible to do a good Flash movie, I feel like. Because like speedsters are impossible to write for because they're just too OP. Because like the only people that can really go against them is like another speedster. You really think they're having a Mr. Freeze? Dude, where are auditions? I want to go. Imagine, you guys are sitting down to watch the Batman movie. You're super excited. Around the corner comes B Dizzle. Full Mr. Freeze get up, painted blue. Yeah, I did see that, Charles. That would be even... The only thing that would make that better is if your opponent was gloating and like spamming stickers. Then it would be... chef's kiss. X-Men Speedster? Yeah. See the issue? Like, that has its own issues, though. Like, he's super cool, but then you write a character that, like, everyone else is paused in time for, and you start thinking to yourself, how do they even lose? Because, like, let's be honest, Apocalypse taking down Quicksilver was some BS, man. Like, everyone else was stationary, like... Any other time in any of his scenes, like, it's just, it's too problematic. It's fun to watch. It's just, the more you think about it, it's kind of like, it's difficult to write around, I guess. More of a young Commissioner Gordon? Well, thank you. I take that as a compliment. Dude, you know what'd be sick? Is if we had a Teen Titans movie. I think that... Didn't they try to do a Teen Titans TV show? And it just, like, sucked? Why do I feel like that was a thing. If they haven't, they should do a Teen Titans movie. Apoc killing Quicksilver wasn't as bad as his death in Age of Ultron? Dude, yeah, that upset me too, Dave. Because they established Quicksilver in that as just like a ridiculously fast character again. And you're like, okay, sure. You know what? Yeah, I guess he would have been shot, I guess. Okay, so they did have a really bad Teen Titans series. At least that's what it sounds like. It was a show? You have it on DVD? But dude, like, I bet their problem was, like, they made the show for the wrong audience because, like, the original Teen Titans was a cartoon for kids. But I think they probably missed the point where those people have grown up and want adult Teen Titans. You're back in Gamma 1? You're gonna park there? Smart. Smart move. Congrats on getting there, though, man. But, dude, I remember I would watch Teen Titans all the time. All the time. That show was the shiz, man. It has the worst CGI you've seen in a while. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. God, they massacred my boy. Aw, dang. That sucks. Teen Titans could have been really good. I think that was a really popular kid show for a lot of people. Whoa, caveman. Who knows? It could happen though if they can turn the DC universe into an actual money-making cinematic machine. There's hope. What is Gentle's weakness as a defender? Anybody who has slow or grit. And then, like, he pretty much doesn't do anything. Okay, speaking of the DC universe, though. Did you guys watch Black Adam? Is it bad that... Well, actually, okay. No, that show is cheesy as heck, but... Dr. Fate, can we all just agree he was like the GOAT of that entire movie? For those that have seen it. Holy balls. Like, Dr. Fate in Black Adam was such a good character. That guy was a beast. The one shining light in that movie. I mean, you can crit. He just will like mitigate damage from crits, I think. Either that or it gives him his thingy-majig. He was James Bond, that's true. He did like have the acting chops on him. I think Black Adam had some good like acting sequences. And it was kind of like for me another like I just kind of tried to turn brain off and enjoy movie. So I had myself a fairly good time. There were a couple times I found myself turning to look at my wife and going like, "Are you serious? That just happened? That was the stupidest thing I've ever seen." But like I said, Dr. Fate redeemed it. But actually, that is true, Dave. Like, the way DC was going, that actually was semi-refreshing. Day 2000 of asking for Isophene to be fixed. Yeah, dude, The Rock is jacked. He did look part, that's for sure. That I wholeheartedly agree with. You felt like The Rock was trying to be serious yet comedic? Yeah, I think for a long time, DC wanted to be Marvel, but then they also wanted to be different. To the point where they would have these dark movies, but then they would try to throw in the Marvel gag humor in there because they saw that Marvel was doing it and doing it so successfully. And they just couldn't write the jokes in well enough. And I think it, like, made a lot of the movies unbearable. Yeah, they did Henry Cavill dirty with Superman. Poor guy. And then he got done dirty with The Witcher. Oh, man. Which, by the way, R.I.P. The Witcher series on Netflix. Because he absolutely carried that show. trying to replace Henry Cavill as comedy. Toss a coin to your Witcher. I have not seen Fantastic Four yet, Charles. Not the newest one. Yeah, Dave, I didn't even bother with it. I knew it would be crappy because like all the things I had read, that like Henry Cavill repeatedly would step in and tell the directors like, yeah, this is dumb. Geralt would never do this, or like this would never actually happen in The Witcher. And that made the story authentic and good because you can tell when an actor cares about the source material. And I just knew that was going to drop off a cliff once he left. Same with like Star Wars. Like there's some like all the newer Star Wars video like movies and stuff. I can't remember who it is, but like a lot of times either the director or like the person in Disney that's just over the franchise will be quoted as saying they basically have never actually seen the movies or know the source material. When you hear that, you instantly know it's probably not that great. But yeah, trying to like character swap is definitely a bold move. And I really wonder if we could peek behind the curtains what the numbers were like for the newest Witcher season. Let's crack these open, shall we? I think we've waited long enough. Let's see if we can get a 7-star StatCast. Also, guys, if you're enjoying the stream, if you could go ahead and drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I've seen a lot of new faces in here. By the way, thanks for being here. Appreciate you all. Hope you're enjoying your time here. I stream every single day other than Saturday and Sunday. But we're very consistent with our schedule. And we always have a good time, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. At least I'm getting new StatCast. That's what we're here for. Maybe after this I'll go run some bounties. I still have to run a lot of the small ones. No, what a rollover, dude. The crystal started opening while the spinner was still moving. Double Heimdall so far, though. These StatCasts have been really nice to have. Like, when I'm running Arena now, almost every 7-star feels like they have a relic of some kind. Dr. Doom. You know what they should have done with StatCast? Since there's champions they refuse to give us as 7 stars, they should have prioritized them as StatCast champions. So like we could get like a Hercules relic or like a Dr. Doom relic, which we just got, but you know what I mean. That'd be pretty cool. Dang. Wait, they have an Unstoppable Colossus relic? That's comedy, dude. Only 5 stars, but at least they're all new. Alright, let's crack this puppy open, chat. Maybe we'll get lucky like we did the other day. I know I said I was going to open these at the end of the stream, but I'm feeling it. Ugh. Come on, if we get a 7-star here, I'll mod every single one of you in the chat. Galactus was the highlight of the film. He does look really cool from like the screenshots of the film I've seen. Nope. We got Mr. Eyeballs. That's crazy. All the major characters were great. That's good. I need to make time to watch it. Then we can talk about it on stream. Let me just make sure. Ooh, you know what? I wonder if I could piece together a basic. Do I have any Battlegrounds stuff left? Dang it. Not enough. Bummer. Do I save my paragons? Let's open them. I don't... It's fine. Any step we can take that will get us closer to Spider-Ham, we're taking it. 5-star Zola. Honestly, we might get all 5 stars in all of these. Close to another Titan. You could probably get some... If you could dupe some basics. Definitely think I'd like Fantastic Four. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. I will try to do my best not to judge it initially, and then I'll judge it after I watch it. Doggone it. We got a Max Sig crystal, though. Alright, let's crack open this Valiant Nexus. Do you guys think we'll get a 7-star from this? What are we thinking? Ugh. Cyber Weekend? Yeah, they'd be able to get shards there, too. Also, welcome in, Mubby. My favorite champ? My favorite champ is Camp the Feria. The Nefster himself. What are we thinking? I vote no. I'm gonna go pessimist here. Oh, there are shards in the bounty quest. That's true. And you'll get shards when the realm event, like the Cure and the Hunger thing ends. All 5 stars. Honestly, Dave, I think I am on board with that too. Let's go ahead and see. Maybe we'll get crazy luck though. Yeah, nope. Nope, definitely not. Let's take... Wait, my Nexus is glitched, dude. I only see 2 champions here. There's just an empty box on the right. That's weird. Huh. Let's take it and see what happens. I don't even see anything. I see the stars appearing. It says Drax. It's so weird. Huh. Well, I get shards and ISO, so I'm happy with it. Man, this game is so bugged. I need compensation. Some good reactions. All right. How about them Colts? Dude, them Colts be doing good, go boy. They be doing good. I'm happy for the Colts, man. It's about time they right the ship, I think. But no, I'm glad they're riding the ship. It's been really cool to watch Daniel Jones turn his career around as well. That's been really cool. Where is Gentle? There he is. Jugs in the bounty quest drops 2,000 Titan shards. Yeah, the Dolphins are not doing much at all. To be fair, I don't know what I really expected this year. They hadn't really fixed their like positional needs really. So I'm not super surprised. Tough without Tyreek? Yeah. I mean, even with Tyreek though, they weren't doing so hot. That definitely did deflate the team a little bit though. To be fair though, I feel like it's about dang time we like get what we like want out of Waddle. I feel like he's been a really high-level wide receiver, too, for a long time. How long do I think McDaniel has in Miami? I think probably until the end of the season, Goat Boy. The owner doesn't usually fire mid-season, or he has no real motivation to do so. I think... I hope it plays out like this. I hope they fire the GM, Chris Greer, and then they keep McDaniel, because he's very good at losing games anyway. You might as well keep him at the helm and let him like tank basically. And then the new GM can kind of like, you can see if they can right the ship. That is what I would like personally. We'll see if that happens though. So close. But yeah, I think McDaniel is probably safe. It just sucked though, because like the Patriots are good again with Drake May. It hurts, man. Draft a new QB. Yeah, the issue is they're stuck. They're going to be stuck with Tua for another year, most likely. They just paid him too much money. What I would like them to do is fire the GM and then bench Tua and see if Quinn Ewers is good and can do anything. Because if that's the case, then you start Quinn Ewers and you don't have to draft a quarterback. You can go draft an O lineman or something. Or like a good corner, because those are probably where Miami lacks the most right now. Yeah, I think you trade as many people as you possibly can and try to just like load up on weapons. But we'll see. I mean, I'm not a GM, so I don't have much of a say. No, Hitmonkey, you suck. No. I don't know, though. They're just too okay with being mediocre, you know? Yeah. I was honestly surprised that he was available when they drafted him. I know he was kind of like lackluster, but I still thought he was better than what his draft spot would have him at. Ayo. That's kind of a sick profile picture. Aw, they're only 6-star SIGs? For real? Man. Nefaria straight up owns Kindred? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Power axis, limber. Not that big of a deal. Each enemy attacker's affected. Man, they do be having limber, huh? Well, I think this team will be fine on that lane anyway. I haven't even looked at what chests are available, like what give which rewards. He is when he's in his Ionic Overcharge, yeah. I don't think he's resistant if he's not in Overcharge, though. Man. Oh my gosh, that hit me? Brother. Oh well. Dude, it hit me again? I suck. Yeah, it won't. January is the nerf time. And buff time. Which I still don't get. I really don't know why they can't just do it all at once. Like, I guarantee you those are probably all done and ready to go already. Whatever, dude. I'm just gonna start freaking blocking it. I can't dodge the special one today, apparently. You were sweating last week against the Cards. Dude, yeah, the Cardinals are so injured, though. I think it'd be kind of hard to lose to the Cards. Unless your name is the Miami Dolphins, then you can lose against literally anybody. You think so, Go Boy? I think their decision on Spider-Woman is really good, actually. Like, her evade counter is arguably getting buffed, but then you're losing out on the ability accuracy from the ensnare. I feel like Brissett does that once in a while, though. He'll have his regression to the mean eventually. Backups have a weird effect in the NFL. They'll do good for like a game or two maybe. And then they suck again. Oh, that was literally one frame off cooldown. That's crazy. I'm playing so sloppy, but like, you just get so much willpower from Titania. I feel like it doesn't even matter. Look at that. I'm getting like 1400 per tick, basically. You think Kabam hires temps to rework champs? They bring them in a couple times a year, save all. They could, dude. You never know. They could. I think there's a pretty decent amount of people that will, Charles. Because, like, you guys got to keep in mind, too, Ensnare can turn off nodes that actually benefit you. Like, yeah, it can prevent troublesome, like, abilities on the opponent, but it's unreliable. And then also it can just turn off like nodes that are good for the champion you're playing as. Right, that's exactly what I just said, Charles. So I think it's good, and I think Fumble is like easier to apply from what I understand. Alright, what do we got? Every 2 seconds they gain Fury. Whoop-de-freaking do. Special one, they're gonna root me. One of the attacker's special attacks are randomly chosen. When the attacker ends a combo with the attack that didn't end their previous combo, the attacker's special attacks suffer blah 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 blah. Okay, cool. Let's swap the team up though, then. And we'll bring in I mean, it's obvious we know who we're gonna bring in. And then we'll bring in Silk as well. Rintra was the boss. I don't know what nodes are on him, but we're just gonna go for it. I don't know. I thought the whole excuse of like doing all the updates for like a batch rework made no sense. And then like meanwhile they've released all these other reworked champs, like the Rebirth champions that they reworked because they said they had spare time to do so. And then they threw them into the event. That kind of stuff makes no sense to me. Just weird timing. Oh, I was wondering why that did no damage. I totally ignored the node. Whoops. This might be enough. Yep. The only thing problematic is she fights Bullseye, she'll most likely suffer the bleeds on block since the ability accuracy could prevent that. Yeah, but I mean, it wasn't 100% that time either, you know? Mr. Squatch, huh? Let's use Nefaria for this one for fun. They had a few minutes to kill. Yeah, I know, right, Wolverine? But then we'll push back other champions to like months away for some reason. And then by the time we buff them, they won't be as strong anymore because we will have power crept their new kits already. It's just kind of a weird decision. Maybe somebody who knows the inner workings of Kabam could explain it, why it's the way it is, but just like my logical brain, it doesn't make sense to, but yeah, James, I think, like I was talking about this yesterday, I think it would have gone a really long way if, even though I don't think there's many people, if honestly at all, that would take advantage of it, I think it would go a long way for them to offer rank down tickets because they sold a good and they designed the good this certain way, and then people were operating under the assumption that that was a good product and it wouldn't necessarily be changed. So they invest in it, and then their product is potentially, depending on how you look at it, diminished, which that's not the product you paid for, you know what I mean? There should be some sort of restitution for that. Backboard Brawler? I mean, you don't want to push Renshaw into a corner anyway. Who cares? You simply see free damage. Yeah, if the AI cooperates, you know? Man, are we not getting any Porky Poppers? What the heck is happening? Oh, no, it's not as bad as 12. No. No, that's hard to beat. But what's crazy is how much, like, OP champions we have since then that are, like, worse, arguably. Yeah, I should actually pay attention to this fight, huh? Really? Dude, the AI knows. They know they got a big fat old porker popper on them, I swear. Yo, good luck on your climb, Zemo. Just remember, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. It's good life advice, too, for you guys. This is easily one of the most problematic Rintras I've ever seen. I'm like scared to throw the special 3. He's like probably not even going to throw a special. Whew. You won one match and you're close to calling it good. You're too scared to try to climb. Honestly, Go Boy, I'm doing the exact same thing. You don't need to feel bad. He's not going to throw it, is he? Okay, there we go. Jeez. Serpent doesn't bother you that much as a defender. Photon does because you can't dex or block. Yeah, dude, I still can't rewire my brain for that, Nick. To parry her specials instead of try to dodge. Throws me every time. That's why you just gotta use those champions that don't dex, they just dodge. But she's still annoying. Oh, whoopie freaking do. Man, that path is lame. Primordial dust? Primordial. Yeah, I am not that much of a masochist, Zemo. You couldn't catch me in Gladiator's Circuit right now, dude. Oh, I gotta do that lane again? Oh, man, I didn't know I picked 2 Rentra bounties. Oh, well. Gold alleys aren't it? I like gold alliances, just because I don't feel like I have to sweat my buns off. There is like a little bit of an allure to trying to get into a plat alliance, though. I'm not gonna lie, like the radiance gains are really nice. Man, I don't even need Ionic Overcharge. Chad Bones? I've never heard that name before. I usually use Hitmonkey and I don't have a problem with Photon. Rank up my Zemo? Nah, dude. I don't think I'll ever invest in Zemo. Regrettably. Ooh, he got the Wrath. He's the Giga Chad because he is the Chad Bones. Chad Bones is a lag specialty? Oh, is that where that name came from? That's funny, I've never heard it before. Chad Bones? Oh my gosh. The Crossboner? The Bone Daddy? God, I can't get Rentra to follow me into like the middle of the screen. Yeah, I mean, she definitely like feeds his kit, right? You deal with her by banning her. That's the real strat. You don't have to worry about fighting her if you just ban her, dude. Forehead. I like it. To be fair, I do that with a lot of champions that I don't feel like fighting either. Making everyone cringe right now with the Silk gameplay. But I've thrown a lot of specials just because I want to look at chat. It originated from Andrew the Rough. Oh, okay. So he gets the credit. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how he does in Summoner Fest, man. I wonder who's gonna win. All the viewers at home, that's who's gonna win. Dude, Rincha really just went stun immune mid-stun. That's a bummer. Sentinel and Photon are auto bans. If they're like rank 4, I usually will. I have my own Sentinel though, so I generally don't ban Sentinel. Well, good luck, Zemo. I believe in you, man. Hopefully someone backs out, then Legacy would get to play. That would be cool for the people. I can't imagine the nerves, dude. Like, I play on stream, so I would think that would maybe help me a little bit, but you get, like, in person is different. We need to have a betting pool on who's gonna win. Okay, what do we got? Buffet? Buffet? Cool. Ooh, and they gain a prowess buff. It's not a passive. Spicy. In that case... I wonder if that works like I want it to. Probably. No, I'm out of energy. Between Liam, Andy, and Nagase? Nagase? Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know how good any of those people are. The thing about Battlegrounds is, like, a lot of it, too... Like, yeah, you have to be ridiculously good, right? But sometimes it can also just come down to who is, like, better or like plays more. I don't know. It'll be interesting for sure. Get that Nico off your screen? My bad. You know what? Maybe I just won't use Nico in your honor. Bing. Aw, I was trying to kill her with a relic. You. Yeah, nice, Samir. You and a lot of other people, I think. He's a pretty popular person, from what I understand. Your rank 4s are kind of menacing. Onslaught, Viv, High Evolutionary, Arnhem, Zilla, Fury, Serpent, and Photon. Yeah, those are all pretty good rank 4s, Goat Boy. Brawl's not about roster size, because they can take up anyone. Yeah. It's all about who the best. The man. We got the Gogster, dude. I'm scared. Giving me a like because I'm the greatest kid in the whole world. Thank you, Monkey's item. Alright, what are the odds this kills him? Ooh. Oh! Got him. Just close your eyes. Wow, you're far too kind, Samir. 17 people and 9 likes. Pop that number up. Oh, 100%. Yeah, I haven't even really plugged the like too much tonight. Go drop a thumbs up, guys. If you're lurking there, if you're enjoying the stream, it would really mean a lot to me. It would hit me right in the feel goods if you could go give a thumbs up. All right, what do we have to deal with for Juggernaut? No, not a power sting. Gasp. When the attacker or when the defender is knocked down, they get stuff. No. Gasp. Sounds good, Monkey. Man, you guys probably get so bored of Count Nefaria, huh? It's just, look, who cares? I don't even need to intercept, like, I just do, you know? Ugh. I forgot knocking him down gets him, Yeah, I don't actually know. How hard is this power sting? Oh, that's not too bad. Yo, Garvey, what's up, man? How you doing? Gotta ask how I get so many of those bounty things to be able to get into the side quest. Yeah, it's just you gotta win like fights in Alliance War and stuff. Like if you can go into the events tab where you can get the bounties, and then it'll tell you what you need to do to get points for them or whatever. You kind of need power stings? No, they're worked into the node. I'm okay. That's what they want you to think. See? Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Perfect yellow bar easy. You know? Hashtag Team Cure? Aw, Garvit. I'm bummed out, man. We lost a good one today, boys. Dang. That's a bummer, man. That hurts me right in the feels. Team hunger all the way, brother. It's alright. Nobody's perfect. Alright. Cool. Now we get a nice little Juggernaut profile picture. You just saw Power Sting and brought Spider-Woman for a 30 sec. Yeah, that would be nice to be able to bring Spider-Woman. That'd be pretty cool. You know? Couldn't be me. Literally can't be me. Alright, I actually don't think I had another one, right? That I can do. Oh my gosh, no, I have 2 Juggernauts, I guess. Dang. Well, I didn't even use Rentra. The idea was there, though. I think Porker Poppers count as Power Stings, right? I'm pretty sure they do. Because it does for the Ant-Man relic. Porker Poppers are still treated as power strings for all other abilities. I don't know if that counts for the node or not. Save it for next week? Okay. Sounds good. I hear you. I do remember people telling me that. Just your rank 4 Spider-Woman and your Spider-Ham chopping it up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Get this guy out of here. Let me go bind my StatCast relics really quick. Slap them on some champions. I'm diddly-doo. We'll put you on Null. Sorry, it's not really the best, but it's okay. Another Heim diddly-doo. Let's see, we'll put him on Thanos. Dr. Doom. Slap him on... Who do I wish had a relic? Wiccan. And then the Unstoppable Colossus. Put him on Spider-Man. Got a friend request from Lee? Oh, heck yeah. Hold on, let me check this account out. I know your account's kind of juiced. Oh, yeah. That 10K base hero rating, dude. I love the title. Perfect for a Canadian. I like the Joe Fix-It too. Max Sig, no less. Check out the relics. Oh, can you not look at... Why, you can't look at relics? For real? You can only look at your own relics? That's cheesy. That's kind of dumb. Whatever. I did not know that. Ugh. I think, from what I understand, Lee used to spend, but he hasn't in a while. I think. Don't quote me. Yeah, he's a mini whale now. He's like a... I don't know, he's a baby whale? Yeah. I don't know where I'd be. I have... Let's see. I have 69 XP tokens. So that would probably get me to 64, but not 65. Also, give me just a little bit, guys. I'll be right back. While I'm gone, though, if you could drop a like on the stream, that would be sick. I'm not sure if you guys knew this, but for every like on the stream, an Archangel gets its wings. Will I buy the Supreme level bundle? No. What is it anyway? Oh wait, that's the unit one, right? Isn't that the card? I think you've tried to get me to buy it before. Isn't that this one? Yeah, or I think you mean growth bundle or rewards. Nope. Dude, I don't have 30 smackers. Pretty good deal, though. Pretty good. Do I have any Mysterium? Well, I got a little bit. Wait a second. Can I? Oh, no, it doesn't reset yet. Once this resets, we'll be so close to an Exalted Crystal, guys. That'll be hype. Yep, buy it. No, I don't have the funds. That would be irresponsible. Besides, I'm going to have to buy a Plat Pass in, what, like, a couple months? Okay, I need to go burn this energy, and I also need to farm lower tier catalysts. So let's hop in and do this quest really quick. They're on Mole God. Yeah, it doesn't even matter. I'm gonna autoplay anyways. Buy it near Banquet? Maybe. If the stream is to a point where I'm actually getting a decent amount of income where I could justify buying something like that, then I'll think about it. Like, I don't know, if we have like, if we're to like 1,000 subs by Banquet, I might. That would be a fun kind of like treat yourself kind of deal, you know? Man, when you look at Nico, you would not expect the kind of backstory she has. Within the next 24 hours, yes. Because I think it's a day later for you, isn't it? Or something. It'll be later in the, like, late, probably. I would imagine it arrives around game reset. So for me, like, almost, yeah, I don't know. Almost 12 hours from now, maybe? Or it'd be like 16 hours from now? Hard to say, though, with Kabam servers and how long it can take them to get compensation to people. Like, it took some people hours to get the full Act 6 comp. So I think it's all going to be, like, luck of the draw, mostly. I think they should send things out in waves more often. That probably is what crashes their game, is if they send everything out to everybody at once, then the servers have to handle a massive amount of people logging in at one time and then computing, like, Nexus opening kind of stuff and using a lot of computational power. Make it alphabetical order. That's what I'm saying. Let's go, Nico. I believe in you. What I'm talking about. Oh, tier 1 alpha? Dude, I really need those. I tell you what. Hello, game? Please? There it is. Beautiful, beautiful. I gotta farm these, man. I gotta rank up 4 stars. I gotta make that 4-star arena to where I can push further in it and finish fights a lot faster. Did I already do this? I did, okay. Where does that put me? Can I make any? I can make rank ups, okay. Or I can make at least 1. Old man Logan, let's go give you the rank up stick. How's that? So close. I know, Wop. I'm like, I can smell it, dude. Our unit gain is going to start getting a little bit better. once we can pick up the mastery point in the Radiance store. Because I plan to, after I use my Radiance on that, unfortunately I'm only in a Gold Alliance and I don't push hard in Gladiator circuits, so I won't be getting a ton, but once I can pick up the mastery point, I feel like I've basically given up on Deathless pieces at this point. So I will be likely investing into units first and foremost. If I, you know, just because I'm mostly free to play, I need to. And then outside of that, probably like 6 stones and rank up mats. Did I get the things in the glory store? Define things. That's an extraordinarily vague extraordinarily vague term. There's a lot of things in the glory store. I looked at the glory store, yeah. If that's what you're asking. Axing. Seems like you have Catalyst expiring regularly now. I had those before that update, man. Deathless Thanos is so worth, but I need every Deathless character. I'm very behind. But yeah, the Glory Store, yeah, it's a fantastic place to get the low tier Catalyst. 100%. In fact, we'll go ahead and scoop up some tier 3 basic while we're here. And we'll get some tier 4 basic as well. We'll go make some more rank ups. But yeah, I have had Catalyst expiring for a long time now. It's a problem. Alright, let's get some more rank upage. I want to rank up champions that are already pretty fast so that they'll be even faster. I think. Here, I'll do this one for you, Zemo. To show you that I care. This Zemo I will invest in. How's that? I'll even give him some cosmic ISO bricks. Because I'm just that guy. You're only missing She-Hulk and Vision? Yeah, there was just some of that content I just didn't have the roster for. And I was also like playing here and there during the Deathless pieces getting released, and so I missed out on a lot of them. But it's fine. I mean, I do like, I'm a little bummed out over not having Deathless Thanos. If they ever do like really take down the cost of getting the pieces, I'll consider it more. No, 7-star. No, this is take it or leave it. Why does he look at his fist? He's just so happy with himself. Ooh, you know what? Maybe this is why I haven't been getting a 7-star pig. Is because I've just forgotten about my 4-star down here. Dude, you're close, Goat Boy. That'll be sweet, dude. I haven't got the 7-star stealthy yet, no. I don't think anyone will have gotten him for a little bit. You can't finish that event. It's like time gated, basically. Alright, there's Pigu to rank 4. Let's rank up Iceman. Toad is finally down, Samir. Nice, dude. Heck yeah. You're one step closer, man. Now you just gotta take down a couple more, and then Ares himself, the big bad. Very nice. Well done. That is a huge burden to be rid of, that's for sure. Toad, actually, we're talking about Deathless pieces. That was one of the champions I actually did take down. You can get in, technically in the crystals. Wait, what? Oh, I guess that's true. That's true. Yeah. That's a good point. I thought you meant from, like, the event. Because you said the 7-star, so that made me think you're referring to the event reward, which you probably were, but I think that's all the rank ups I can make. slow going. Dude, it's so crazy. I can just make the decision to like basically max a 4-star. It's so weird. Like back in the day, getting tier 1 alpha was so difficult. And now it's as easy as just clicking the plus button. It's crazy, dude. Progression in this game, man. I'm tempted to stock up some more gold crystals. I think I will. They're pretty cheap. And it's good to just like purchase here and there. It feels like an investment in the future. I'm gonna have a crap ton of gold in Banquet though, but presumably I'll be making up a pretty good amount of rank ups during that time. Because I'll have my battle chips all open, and then I do have a ton of gold crystals. I've even got some No Foolin' Pools gold crystals, which I think I'll hold on to. We're in a pretty good spot, savings-wise. That is good, Charles. Congrats, dude. That's a good place to finish. Ugh. It's better than me. I'm going to be finishing in probably Uru, like... What am I? Uru 3? Oh, wait, it says Uru 2. I'll probably finish in Uru 3, though. I bet. Heck, maybe 6. I don't know. I'm not... I do know I'm not playing another match, though. I'm not willing to risk it. No, Samir, that Heimdall's AI is jacked up, bro. They went down? Yeah, I think they are maybe a little cheaper. They were pretty cheap to begin with, though, Redwood. Yeah, the Glory Store update was pretty awesome. Let's actually go through like 30 selectors real quick. That was a bad decision. No one is playing? I mean, no one wants to. It's not a very friendly meta, or at least I don't like it. But that's what worries me. Maybe the people that are playing are like goated. Give a 6-star APOC relic. I don't know what stats he provides a boost for. Rule of thumb, though, give your attacking relics to your attackers and defending relics to your defenders. Unless there's an attacker with, like, a glaring, like, weakness, right? Like, Hitmonkey has really bad block, right? Or, like, so does Coal Obsidian. So you may want to consider giving them block proficiency relics, stuff like that. That went faster than I thought. People are trash all the way into Gamma. Yeah, I'm not risking it, dude. Not risking it. Was that enough to make more rank ups? That was. And these guys need tier 3 basic. Let's rank up Thor. Critical resistance primary and energy resistance secondary. Yeah, I would just slap it on a mutant defender then. Don't overthink it. If there's a mutant you find yourself putting on defense a lot and you rarely use them on attack, put it on that champion. Old man Logan. Ouch. Yeah, that's true. You just insulted a decent amount of the chat. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, what does that say about me? I'm an Uru, Charles. I guess we're bad. So many alpha catalysts, man. Jeez. Some champion celebrations when you rank them up are so derpy. Like, what is that, Hercules? Acting like he's a gangster or something, you know, with his, like... Feels like he's a DJ. I don't know what I'm even doing anymore. Oh my gosh! We crossed 6 million! Guys! I didn't even notice. We are over 6 million base hero rating now. Freak yeah, man. That's actually pretty awesome. And then we're slowly creeping up on 25k prestige. We'll get closer and closer with the 6 stones we get tomorrow as well. I need to get the mats to rank up my StatCast 7 stars, man. They're still a bit expensive. Dexterity failing BS is genuinely the worst thing they've ever put in this game. Yeah, dexterity sucking. Yeah. Are you talking about Heimdall special too? Yeah, that kind of sucks. Just bait the special one. Okay, I think that's all the rank ups I can make as far as 4 stars go. Do I still... I might still have 2 stars I need to rank up to. Because I got the symbiote dudes. I do, yeah. That's going to drive me crazy if I leave them unleveled and unranked. I pride myself in my 2-star roster being entirely leveled out. Oh, it's only through rank up gems? That sucks. Never mind then. I take it back. You open another 6-star relic. You duped your Black Panther relic? That's a good dupe. I like the Black Panther relic a lot, actually. And it's really well suited to a lot of the skill class. There's a lot of guaranteed crit and crit damage in there. No, I need some more tier 1. Hold on. I am not spending units on that. Put Jabari back in number 2? Heck yeah, dude. Where she rightfully should be. Yeah, I think I usually run it with Mole Man. Shang-Chi occasionally. Okay, is that every 2-star ranked up? I think it is. Look at this 2-star roster, isn't it the best? I'm like pretty hyped that they gave us like anti-Venomoid. And then like Sentinel bots is cool. Okay, that's every 2-star ranked up. Now I won't have to worry about that. Now do I have... Okay, I also like to make sure all my 3 stars are at least leveled. Not necessarily ranked up. It actually is amazing how much relics affect prestige. How does that not hurt her back? She's like... She's arched so back. Like, she's got to have a broken spine, right? Like, that just looks uncomfortable. Yeah, I am very short on rank up material for relics. Probably want to rank up my Gamora next, honestly, if I could. So many celestial alloys. I actually recently went through and ranked up a bunch of relics. Oh, I'm not completely out of relic rank up material. I thought I was. Well, let's rank up this one. Why not? You wish the little Venom things were strong as Steve? Dude, nothing will ever be as strong as Steve. Steve is one of one. He's too good. Let's not do that and say we did. How about that, Tim? I like the spirit, though. Oh, I don't have any tech. That kind of blows. Also, that would take me, like, years. We would have had to have started the stream with that idea. There we go. Now that button is gone, and it will be back. You want to see me pull a 4-star? Oh, shoot. You want to get premiums for old time? I got you. That I can do. That I can do. I bet you guys weren't ready for a crystal opening, huh? Dude, how about this? I'll even give you a 5-star for the finale. Because I care that much about you, Tim. Not even a 4-star or 3-star. Here you go. We'll do a nice little 10 premium opening. How's that? Let's go, dude. I'm kind of curious. I wonder if we'll get a 4-star. I feel like we won't, which is crazy. Like, we got a 7-star the other day. Premiums, I have such PTSD with. They're just always so bad. Let's go. This is for the people. Never say I'm not a man of the people, okay? Boom, Ronin. Let's go. Huge, massive gains. This is electric, dude. If this one is Spider-Ham, dude, I will cry. Tears of joy. Nope. Magneto. Dang, dude. Red Mags? That's a god tier champ. Ooh, he's almost max sig, too. Shoot. Alright, we're looking for a 4-star Gamora here. Treat it like a really old school crystal opening. Rocky Raccoon? No, we don't want you. Get out of here. You furball, you? Yeah, anything that turns off masteries is like the worst. Whenever you... Okay, yeah. What is this opening? Debo, this is Imagine you take a trip back in time to year 1 of Marvel Contest of Champions. This would be electric. All right. Also, what's up, Devo? How you doing? You gotta pull a 4-star sim for nostalgia. Maybe. No, I just thought it'd be fun. Also, Tim, Authentic Square wanted me to open some premiums for him, so I had to oblige. He has blackmail on me, so I'm just kidding. All right, let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Here we go. We get the dab. Since we're going back in time, the dab is cool now. Ah, 2-star Thor. Dang, man. Dude, these premiums suck. Nothing but 2 stars, I swear. I know, it's such a trip, Devo. Like, you used to be on Cloud 9 if you saw a 3-star from these, let alone a 4-star. How far this game has come, man. It's so crazy. Yo, Jugs? That's a W poll, chat. We got 2 more. I wonder if we'll pull it off. I'm not going to look at this one. I don't want to jinx it. What do we get? Ah! Alright, this is the last one, Tim. I can't believe this. You know, people that join the stream right now are probably like, dude, is this a new account challenge? No, I'm just an idiot. Valiant account opening premiums. Sorry, guys. I hate to disappoint. I should do a new account challenge sometime soon. Let's go! 3-star! Woo! Yeah! Huge pull. Oh, we also got Mephisto. I forgot about him, but... Dang. W. Here's 750,000 in shards. Yeah, I'm above that. My 3 stars aren't too bad, but dude, my 5-star shards is where it's at. Over a mil. Shovel Dad, you remember getting so excited getting Wolverine as your first 4-star champ, right? Right? Also, welcome in, man. But yeah, dude, like, I remember the euphoria. Actually, Wolverine was one of my first pulls too. I pulled a Wolverine and I pulled Jugs. I think those were some of my first 2. But Wolverine was insanely clutch. He didn't really have a lot of nodes to work around back in the day. And his regen was so freaking handy. And saved you a lot of potions. There were so many fights I clutched just because he would heal me back up. Alright, let's see what we got in the 5-star. Any guesses before I go ahead and open this? If you get it right, I'll give you a high 5. A crisp high 5, of course. That goes without saying. I'm thinking this one's going to be Star-Lord. By the way. That is my prediction. But yeah, like... there used to be such, I can't even describe it. It was indescribable joy when you pulled a 4-star. And like, yeah, I'm excited to pull a 7-star from Valiance, but I don't know if I'm just so numb to it or what, but like, it does not feel this, it does not hit the same. I don't really know how to describe it. Weapon X and Vision, that was a good 2 4 stars. But like, yeah, it's probably just because I opened so many crystals and now we have like shards to be able to guarantee a 7-star, where we didn't really have shards back in the day, so you just kind of had to hope you got lucky, and that made it feel better. Alright, that being said, Star-Lord, I kind of feel Moon Knight now, but I'm just going to stick with Star-Lord. Let's go, show me the money. Give me a new champ. I don't even know if I'm missing any 5 stars, but give me a new champ. What do we got? We got Colossus. Colossus, an oldie but a goodie. Pulling a 4-star back in the day is like a Titan opening now. Dude, I think it's even better. Nice, Samir, you're cruising now, man. Yeah, I mean, Titans are really fun. But still, like, you know you're getting a 7-star, right? Like, premiums, you didn't. You just kind of got lucky. And, like, we have Valiants, like I said, but they just don't hit the same. At least, not for me. They don't feel that way. Dude, we'll even go a step up. We'll open a new featured 6-star for you guys. These used to be really hype not too long ago, too. Let's go. Give me a Silver Samurai. Or Carolina Dean for that synergy. I'm holding on to my Titans, yeah. We're holding on until Banquet, probably. Remember Save for Blade? I tell you what, I remember the game being absolutely infested with the Blade profile picture. Blade and Rocket Raccoon, because they just had the highest, like, rating in the game. Like, if you were in a top alliance, you generally had Rocket Raccoon as your profile. Valiant Crystals, they don't have 4-stars in them, Caveman. And Paragons do. I was a victim of the Rocket Raccoon profile picture, actually. But yeah, I can show you. So Valiants, 7, 6, and 5. With a slight chance at a 7-star Nexus. And then Paragons are a 4, 5, 6, and 7. With 5-star Nexus and 6-star Nexus in there, but no 7-star Nexus. So Paragons are horrible. Yeah. They're just not good. I mean, they're okay. They're definitely better than opening premiums. But they're still a scam just as much as premium hero crystals are. Like, on Titan Rollover this last time, I had saved, like, was it 50 Valiants? And we only got, like, 2 7-stars total? It was, like, 2 or 3. So the rates still leave much to be desired. Exalted? Yeah. Yeah, and we might get an open one tomorrow, depending on how things pan out. Dude, I could probably open all my 6-star hero crystals right now and get a basic 7-star. Yeah, maybe some people can get a 7-star from Exalted. It's not B-Dizzle. Not me, dude. It's literally fake. They don't exist in this crystal. I have opened maybe even double digits by now and pulled only 6-stars from those. I'm convinced they're not real. They're the boogeyman of the contest. Actually, I might use those tomorrow. Look at how much ISO, man. Yeah, look at all these freaking... Look at all this Act 6 compensation. What I would have killed for all of this back in, like, what was it, 2016, 2017? Or no. No, I'm just... Yeah, no. Yeah, like 2016-ish. You got 2 7-stars in a row and then never again. I mean, that's more than me, dude. Yeah, no, you don't have to apologize, Charles. It's fun to flex certain champions and certain polls. In fact, you know, let's just go sit on the Nico Minoru page for a little bit. You know, just really check out this champion. Good champion. Perhaps we'll go take a tour over to Serpent. Sig 200, rank 4. Maybe count the Faria. Right, you know. And perhaps we'll dip down into Onslaught. For all my homies in the back. I'm just kidding. We can play this all, and then you guys all have to just pull up Spider-Ham, and I take the L. Such a rip. Solid roster, though. I think we're out of stuff to do, chat. Wait, hold on, actually. No, we are. There's no war right now. We could just do solo raids for fun. But no, I think we are at the end of the stream anyway. So, you know what? For good measure, let's open one final premium of the stream, shall we? See what we get. Give it one more shot at the 4-star. Alright, those of you that are new to the stream, when I am ending a stream, occasionally I like to open a premium hero crystal. Now, if you can guess which champion I pull from this particular premium hero crystal, keep in mind you don't have to participate, but if you do, and if you get it right, you get your own personal Crisp High 5, as well as increased crystal luck for the next week, okay? So if you want to participate, drop your guesses in the chat now, over there, down there, up there, wherever it is on whatever device you're using. And yeah, good luck. And you only get one champion guess. You can't just be like, I think it's this champ or this champ. You got to pick one. Also nice, Debo. Good champs, good champs. My personal guess here is Nick Fury. Charles guessing Spider-Ham, who is like 0 for probably like 60. It's never Spider-Ham. Squirrel Girl, that's a good guess. Come on, guys, if you're lurking, type in the chat. It's worth it. I promise. Increased luck. I wouldn't risk it. All right, we got 20 seconds, and we're letting it rip. Aries time. Ooh, Samir, good luck, man. I believe in you. Drax? It's a good guess. We did get Drax earlier. Capitan America, one of the original. Nice, Samir. That's good. That fight can be tricky. Okay, here we go. Wolverine. We got a lot of OGs. A 3-star bullseye. Dude, you're even calling out the rarity? That's a power move, if you get that right. And 3-star odds are not good. We just saw that. We got like 2 out of 10. And it's Star-Lord. Dang, I guess Star-Lord earlier on the 5-star. I guess I was a little delayed. Or I was early to the game. Dang it. Dang, I don't think anyone guessed Star-Lord. We had a Drax guess. That was really close, though. Samir, I probably would have modded you if you got it spot on. That would have been quite the impressive feat. Dang. Well, someone will win this game eventually. The only person to win the premium at the end of the stream is myself. Multiple times, actually, I think. Dang. Well, maybe next time, guys. Anyway, thank you guys so much for dropping by the stream today. I'll be live again tomorrow. Hopefully we get a bunch of new content to absolutely plow through and tackle together. But other than that, appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks for liking the stream. For those of you that did, give yourselves a crisp high 5. And have a good rest of your night or a good rest of your day, whatever it is for you. And I'll see you guys in the next one.